إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أما بعد إخوتي وأخواتي في الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, we'll continue the sharh of the book Al-Risala by Al-Imam Ibn Abi Zayd al-Qayrawani rahimahullah ta'ala, still on Babun fil Fara'ij. The Sheikh says, وَمِرَاثُ الْأَبِ مِنْ وَلَدِهِ إِذَا انْفَرَدْ وَرِثَ الْمَالَ كُلَّهُ. The inheritance of the father from his child. It was said last week that the word walad means a child. If it is a male child, we say ibn, and if it is a female child, we say bint. Wa mirathul abi, the inheritance of the father, min waladihi, from his child, idam farada, if he is the only person, warith al mala kullah, he will inherit the whole wealth. He will inherit the whole wealth. Why? Because he is Sa'ibu at-ta'asib. He is asib. Who said asib is the one that we inherit bighayri taqdir, without any share, that this is a share for the person. No limitation to what he will inherit. So this is called al-asib. This is one of the important topics of inheritance. That is to know those that will take everything if they are alone. One of the important topics that somebody who will say he knows ilmul mirath, if he doesn't know those who are the asaba or ashab al-ta'asib, those who pack everything when they're alone, such a person will not be said to have had the knowledge of al-mirath. Just like the case of al-hajbu, likewise al-aul. All these are very, very important topics when it comes to the science of inheritance. So here the Sheikh says the father is going to take everything if he is alone. That is, if there is no any person that will inherit any share after him, so he's going to take everything. وَيُفْرَضُ لَهُ مَعَ الْوَلَدِ الذَّكَرِ أَوْ وَلَدِ الْإِبْنِ السُّدُسِ. The father is going to take as-sudus, 1/6, if there is a male child or the child of a male child. Is that clear? Waladil ibni. Ibni is what? A male child. Waladil ibni means what? The child of a male child, which may be a male or a female. The most important thing is that what? There is a child. So he is going to take what? As-sudus. فَإِنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ وَلَدٌ. If he doesn't have a child, وَلَا وَلَدُ ibnin, and he doesn't have a child of a male child. Why is he saying a child of a male child and not a child of a child, a grandchild? We mentioned this last week. Yes, the child of a female child is from another family. So any person that is connected to the dead one, the deceased, through a female cannot inherit except the one that is connected to the deceased through the mother, like the maternal brother. Except, is there any other exception? Grandmother. A grandmother that is connected to a child through a female will inherit. So grandmother is grandmother, whether through the father or through the mother. So these are what? Exceptions. But the principle is that the one who is connected to a deceased through a female will not inherit. So if we have a grandson that is connected to this deceased through a mother, then he cannot inherit. And that's why the author says here, فَإِنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ وَلَدٌ, if he doesn't have a child, whether female child or male child, وَلَا وَلَدُ ibnin, nor the child of a male child, فُرِضَ لِلْأَبِ السُّدُسُ, the father is going to take 1/6. وَعُوتِيَ مَنْ شَرِكَهُ مِنْ أَهْلِ السِّهَامِ سِهَامَهُمْ, and those who are his partners in the shares will be given their own shares. ثُمَّ كَانَ لَهُ مَا بَقِيَ, then what is left will go to him. Now what is the author trying to tell us here? If we go back to the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, that's verse 11, يُوصِيكُمُ اللَّهُ فِي أَوْلَادِكُمْ لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ حَظِّ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you the injunction concerning your children. لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ حَظِّ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ, the male is going to take twice what the female takes. فَإِنْ كُنَّ نِسَاءً فَوْقَ اثْنَتَيْنِ, if the females are more than 2, that is, they are 2 or more, فَلَهُنَّ ثُلْثَ مَا تَرَكَ, they are going to take 2/3 of what their father leaves behind. Not there. وَإِنْ كَانَتْ وَاحِدَةً, if she is one, that is, the deceased leaves one daughter behind, فَلَا النِّصْفُ, she is going to take half. وَلِأَبَوَيْهِ لِكُلِّ وَاحِدٍ مِّنْهُمَا السُّدُسُ, and the 2 parents, each one of them is going to take 1/6. مِنْ مَا تَرَكْ إِنْ كَانَ لَهُ وَلَدٍ, of what he leaves behind if he has a child. I hope that point is clear. Now somebody dies, he leaves his parents, and the same person leaves a child, maybe a male or female child, a male or female child. The presence of a male child makes the father inherit sudus 160. The presence of a male child, that is of the deceased, make the father of the deceased inherit 160 and nothing more. But if it is a female child that is available, the father will inherit 160. The father will inherit 160. Then since there is no male child, the father will be the one to take whatever is left after all other people have taken their own shares. So if there is anything left, the father will go back and take it. And this is a ta'asib, that is taking whatever is left. So here the father will inherit his own share, which is 160. And is going to take whatever is left. Why is he going to take whatever is left? Because there is no male child. Why there to be male child, the father cannot inherit what is left. That male child will prevent him from inheriting what is left. But the male child cannot prevent him from inheriting his own son. He will inherit what? 160. I hope it is clear. So that is what the verse is saying. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِنْ كَانَتْ وَإِنْ كَانَتْ وَاحِدَةً, if she's one, فَلَهَا النِّصْفُ, she's going to take half. وَلِيَبَوَيْهِ لِكُلِّ وَاحِدٍ مِنْهُمَا السُّدُسُ, the two parents are going to take what? 160. Even a female child, a daughter, the mother is going to take 160. And what? The father is going to take 160. But the father is going to take what is left if she's the only one around. I hope this is clear. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Wali abawayhi, his parents, لِكُلِّ وَاحِدٍ مِّنْهُمَا السُّدُسُ, each one of them is going to take 160. مِمَّا تَرَكْ, of what the deceased left. إِنْ كَانَ لَهُ وَلَدٍ, if there is a daughter, there is a child, whether male or female. فَإِنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ وَلَدٍ, if there is no child, وَوَارِثَهُ أَبَوَاهُ, and the two parents inherit him, فَلِأُمِّ الثُّلُث, the mother is going to take 1/3. We explained this last week. The inheritance of the mother may increase from 1/6 to 1/3. That is, it will double. Why? If there is no child. If there is no child. That is one. Two. What is the second condition? No child, male or female. There's another condition. Now, two brothers, at least two brothers. There may be more, but two brothers. The existence of two brothers will not enable the mother to take what? 1/3. So she will take what? 1/60. But if it is just one brother, the mother will still take what? 1/3. Because a brother is not enough to reduce the inheritance of the mother. But if they are two and above, they will bring the inheritance from 1/3 to 1/60. So the child will bring the inheritance of the mother of the deceased to 1/60. Likewise, the existence of two brothers and above will bring the inheritance of the mother of the deceased to 160. The absence of these people will increase the what? Inheritance of the mother to 1/3. I hope this is clear. Now the father, the presence of a male child, the presence of a male child, okay, the presence of a male child will make the father inherit what? 1/6, just like the mother. The presence of a female child will make the father inherit 1/6, just like the mother. Is it clear? But the father still have what? Still has the opportunity of taking whatever is left. If it is a female, a daughter that is in existence. Is this clear? So, and that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ وَلَدٍ, if there is no any child, وَوَرِثَهُ أَبَوَاهُ, and the parents inherit, فَلِأُمِّهِ ثُلُثٌ, the mother is going to take 1/3. فَإِنْ كَانَ لَهُ إِخْوَةٌ, if the deceased has brothers, فَلِأُمِّهِ السُّدُسُ, the mother is going to take 1/6. If the deceased has brothers, not just one, maybe two at least. I said if it is just one brother, that cannot reduce the inheritance of the mother from 1/3 to 1/6. But if there are 2, 3 or more, they are going to reduce the inheritance of the mother from 1/3 to 1/6. من بعد وصية يوصي بها أو دين, after the wasiyah and the debt has been taken. آباؤكم وأبناؤكم, your parents and your sons or your children, لا تدرون أيهم أقرب لكم نفعا, you don't really know the ones that will be more beneficial to you. فريضة من الله, this is compulsory from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إن الله كان عليما حكيما, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all knowing, all wise. So if you go back to what the author says here, the mirathul abi, the inheritance of the father, min waladihi, from his child, idhan faraj, if he is alone, warith al mala kulla, he will inherit all the wealth. How this is clear now? Compare what he says with what you have in the Quran. That is, no male child, no female child. He will be the one to inherit whatever is left. He will be the one to inherit whatever is left. وَيُفْرَدُ لَهُ مَعَ الْوَلَدِ الذَّكَرِ, but if there is a male child, he's going to take fard. He can't take what? Ta'asib. He will take what? Fard. أَوَلَدِ الْإِبْنِ, or the son, sorry, the child of a son. So he's going to take what? As-sudus. فَإِنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ وَلَدٌ, if he doesn't have a child, وَلَا وَلَدُ إِبْنٍ, nor the child of a male child, فُرِدَ لِلْأَبِ السُّدُسُ, the father is going to take 1/6. وَعُوتِيَ مَنْ شَرِكَ مِنْ أَهْلِ السِّيَامِ سِيَامَهُمْ, and those who have shares will take their own shares. ثُمَّ كَانَ لَهُ مَا بَقِيَ, then what is left will be given to him. Is it clear? Now let me ask, who can tell us the inheritance of the father? The inheritance of the father. What is the inheritance of the father? Okay. 1/3 and 1/6. When is the father going to inherit 1/3? Now? When there is child, let us take it one after the other. Now, who want to respond to it? Okay. Okay.
The father will take 1 over 3. When there's child, the father will take 1 over 6. So
Okay.
if it's a loan, if the father is a loan, so we take 1 over 3 and about 6.
Okay. Any contrary opinion? The father?
And you have the same party to take what's left if there is a child. After that is being here. So if there is a child, it's a female. What is left? But when there is a male child, you will have to share which one was 60.
Okay.
So you don't have to take anything like that. What is the male child?
So if there is a male child, the inheritance of the father is 1 over 60. If there is a female child, the inheritance of the father is 1 over 60. And if there is anything left after those who have shares have taken their own shares, he will be the one to take whatever is left. Why is he taking whatever is left? Because there is no male child. Even if there are brothers, the brothers cannot affect the parents. Sorry, the father. It is the father that will block the siblings. Are you with me? The existence of the father prevents the siblings from inheriting. The existence of the mother, does that prevent the siblings from inheriting? Okay, what is the inheritance of the mother? Let's go back to that. 1 over 3 and 1 over 6. When is the mother going to inherit 1 over 6? The presence of the children. Is that all? And 2 brothers at least. At least. The presence of the children or the presence of a child is enough. The presence of a child or children or the presence of 2 brothers at least make the mother inherit 1/6. Can the mother inherit more than 1/6?
Yes, 1/3.
1/3. When is that? When there is no child. And there is a brother? 2 brothers. And a brother. That is, the mother inherits 1/6, 1/3. When there is what? When there is no child. And what? No brother or a brother. No brother or a brother. Is it clear? When there is no brother or there is a brother. So meaning a brother cannot affect the inheritance of the mother. It's only 2 brothers that can affect, 2 brothers or more that can reduce the inheritance of the mother. And the existence of a child, whether male or female, will also affect the inheritance of the mother. But the father, the existence of the male child affects what? The inheritance of the father. So the father only takes 1/6. The existence of a female child does not really affect the inheritance of the father. Though the father will take 1/6, but you still what? He will still go and take whatever is left. So that's why we will say what? The female child does not really affect the father. Unlike the mother, that the female child affects her from what? 1/3 to 1/6. Is it clear? Now, as for the siblings, the brothers, they don't affect the father. Rather, it is the father that what? Affect them. There is a principle. Anybody that is connected to a deceased cannot inherit that deceased. If through a person, anybody that is connected to a deceased through a person will not inherit that person with the presence of that, will not inherit the disease with the presence of that person. Huh? Any person that is connected to a deceased through a person will not inherit the deceased when that person is around. Is there exception? Is there exception to this? Who can give us the exception? No. Yes, the case of the mother that we mentioned earlier. The brothers are what? Are related to the deceased through the mother. That is the maternal brothers now. They are connected to the deceased through the mother. But they will inherit. Even while the mother is what? Present. So, likewise the jadda, the grandmother, but through the father now. Are you with me? Grandmother, not through mother. Grandmother through father. We inherit even if the father is alive. But grandmother through the mother will not inherit because the mother is still what? Alive. But if the mother is no more alive, she will be the one to stay in the place of the mother. Is that clear? But grandmother through the father will inherit even if the father is what? Still alive. As long as what? She is the one that can stay, that can act as what? As a mother. Because you say grandmother, you call her what? Mother. If the real mother is no more alive, and the grandmother through the father is the one that is alive, she can come and what? Inherit, even with the presence of her son, who is what? The father of the deceased. But trying to understand principles, particularly in this issue of mirath, what will assist us a lot. So the principle is that what? Anybody that is connected to a deceased through a person cannot inherit the deceased with the existence of that person, with the exception of the brothers, the maternal brothers who are connected to the deceased through the mother, and with the exception of what? The grandmother who is what? Through the father. Is that clear? So we have taken the inheritance of the father, the inheritance of the mother. You have also taken the inheritance of the son. The husband and the wife. Let's reask that as well. What is the inheritance of the husband? 1/2, 1/4. When is the husband going to inherit 1/2? When there is no child. That's all? Okay. When is he going to inherit 1/4? What about the inheritance of the wife? 1/4, 1/8. When is she going to inherit 1/4? When there is no child. When is she going to inherit 1/8? When there is a child. It's simple. It is simple to know, okay, so and so person is going to inherit 1/4, 1/2, 1/8, 1/4. So this 1/3, 1/6, it is easy to do this. But the most difficult aspects is what? Distributing the what? The inheritance. Now sharing it. Because there are some things you have to know about Hajj. Who can block the other person? So all these are very, very important. The issue of ta'asib, the issue of al-awl, all these are important things that we ought to know. If one knows all this, it will be easy for one to do the sharing. Now the author says, وَمِرَاثُ الْوَلَدِ, the inheritance of the walad al-dhakar, the male child, is jami'ul mal, all the wealth. Jami'u al-mal is all the wealth. In kana wahdahu, if he is alone, أو يأخذ ما بقي, or he will take what is left. بعد سهام من معه من زوجة وأبوين أو جد أو جدة. After the shares of those who are with him, such as the wife, the parents, and the grandfather or the grandmother. Is it clear? The inheritance of the male child is to inherit everything. The male child is going to inherit everything if he is alone. But if there are other people who also have shares around, if there are other people, his inheritance will be to inherit whatever is left after they have taken theirs. Is that clear? What is the inheritance of a male child? The inheritance of a male child. Okay. Yes. If it's alone.
So if it's with other people like mother, father, and
wife,
so
he will inherit the remaining. Now, we said earlier on that the son cannot block the father from inheritance and cannot block the mother. The son cannot block the wife, cannot block the husband. All these people cannot be blocked. Yes, their inheritance can be what? Reduced. But that they will not inherit at all. No, this will not happen. Unless if they do one of the things that prevent them from what? Inheritance. Maybe they do qatlu or they do ridda. Or what? What's the third one? Ikhtilaf ad-din, that is kufr. Huh? No. Mawani ul-irth. What is mawani ul-irth? Ariq. Yes. So unless if there is what? Riq. That is slavery or servitude, so to say. So, but that a child will prevent the mother from inheriting, no. The child cannot prevent his mother from inheriting the father. Huh? The mother will inherit the father, and the father will also inherit the mother. Likewise, the father will inherit the son will inherit the father. Likewise, the daughter, like that. So these people cannot be prevented from what? From inheritance. They cannot be prevented. The children cannot be prevented from inheritance. The mother, the father, the wife, the husband cannot be prevented from inheritance. Yes, their inheritance may reduce. So the Sheikh here says that the inheritance of the son is to take everything. When? If he is alone. But if there are other people that will inherit, like the father that you have mentioned, no, there is case of what? Sulus. The mother, the zawj, the zawja. Are you with me? So in this case, all those people will take theirs. Then whatever is left, the son will take. So, but the son, if there is a sister to the what? To the son. A sister to the son. So we go back to that verse, لِذَكَرِ مِثْلُ أَبِّ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ. Now something was mentioned maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you can still recollect, because we are going to come across it often and often. We said al-asaba, the plural of asib. At times they use the word asaba singular. Now we talk about the areas that we look things that we consider when we are talking about somebody who is an asib. What are those things? Huh? What are the areas of Rasuba? What makes somebody, that is, what areas will make one an asib? You, what make you an asib? Why are you qualified to take what is left of the property? Why? What is your relationship to the deceased? We mentioned those things maybe 2 weeks ago. Who are you? Who are you to the deceased? Okay, a father. A son. Okay. Brother. Okay. How many are they? No, they are not 3. What are the jihads of what? Of Surba? Okay, if you say 4, count them. Father, son, brothers, uncles. There is one, it remains one. Huh? No. 8 ko. So there is what is called al-asoba bin nasabin. That is somebody that is going to take the remaining property because of what? Nasab. Because of what? The blood relation. Then there is what? Al-asoba bisabab. The one that is going to take what is left of the inheritance because of what? Sabab, for a sabab. Not so, and that is etq. If somebody is a mu'tiq, is the one that set the person free from slavery. So he is qualified to be what? To be an asib. Even if she's a woman, she's qualified to be what? Asiba. Exactly. But on condition that those who are before her are not available. If you understand this, things will be very, very easy. Now, father and son, which one comes first? Son. So, if you have a question and you see a father and a son in that question, know that the son is going to block the father from what? From taking everything. The father will not take everything with the presence of the son. Exactly. Now, father. So they call that of the son, they call it bunuwa. Bunuwa. That is sonship. That of the father, they call it what? Ubuwa. So, in terms of jihad, the side, jihatu al-bunuwa, that of what? Sonship is what? Muqaddama ala jihati al-ubuwa. Takes precedence over that of what? The father. Wajiyatul ubuwa, that of the father, muqaddamatun ala al-ukhuwa, takes what? Precedence over that of what? The brother. So if there is a brother, when we are talking about brother now, just erase from your mind the maternal brother. Maternal brother will not do ta'asib at all. A maternal brother is just one of those who will take his own portion. But we talk about the ones that will take ta'asib, will take whatever is left. We are talking about 2 types of brother. We are talking about full brother and what? Paternal brother. As for the maternal brother, is what? Is sahibu farj. He can never take what? Ta'asib. Is that clear? So, jihatul ubuwa muqaddamatun ala jihati. Jihatul ubuwa مقدمة على جهة الأخوة. وجهة الأخوة مقدمة على جهة الأمومة. Somebody dies and he leaves behind a full brother or a paternal brother and an uncle. So the uncle what will be shoved aside from what? From taking what is left. I hope this is clear. Because that of the brother, the blood brother, who is a paternal or full brother, supersedes the uncle. Is that clear? So this is the way they... So once you are looking at a question, you see this, you have to look at this. Now let's assume that what? Okay, we have two sons, for instance. Now, since we say Bunua comes first, we have direct son, and we have what? Another son that is answered, that is lower. Both of no son is son. A man dies and he leaves behind his immediate son and what? A grandson. That grandson, is he not his son? So is he going to take Ta'asib? No. Is he going to inherit? No. Why is he not going to inherit? Is he not his son? The direct son takes precedence over. So he's been blocked by that. Ordinary is a son. He's supposed to inherit. But there is a son that is what? So in terms of jihad, when we are looking at the side, they are equal. But in terms of what? Daraja, he is what? Lower than the other one. I hope it is clear. Likewise, we have what? A brother. The son of a brother. Somebody dies, he leaves behind a brother, a blood, a paternal or full brother. He leaves behind a full brother or a paternal brother. Then he died. He also leaves behind the son of a paternal or full brother. The son, meaning he has two brothers, but one of the two brothers is late. But that late brother has what? A son. So and the son is going to take the position of his what? His father. But are we going to put him on equal footing with the other brother? No, he is answered. So the other brother will block him. Though he's supposed to take the position of his father, but he's blocked by the other because that one is higher. I hope it is clear. So and that's why they talk what when you talk about the case of what Ukhuwa or the Bunua, you have to look at what are they on what the same level. If they are not on the same level, the one that is on the higher level will block him. Then there is what is called what? Al-Aqwa. The Kuwa. Now this is a paternal brother and this is what? A full brother. In terms of Jia, they are both related to the deceased through the same side. Brother. Correct. On the same level. Daraja, they are what? The same level. Not that this one is what? Is the son of a brother. No, both of them are brother. But one is aqua, one is stronger. Do you understand? One is stronger. One is full brother, the other is what? Half brother. Paternal, when we say half brother, that is, let's say paternal brother. The maternal one is soibu far, they cannot take ta'asib. Is that clear? So somebody dies, he leaves behind a full brother and a paternal brother. Who is going to inherit? The full brother will push the paternal brother. Is that clear? So when you are talking about this, you have to understand these things that you are talking about. Rasuba. Because you may be confused, but this is a brother now. A brother is supposed to, this is a son now. Supposed to know. There's something of what? Kuwa. If they are not on equal footing, they are on the same, they belong to the same side, on equal footing, but one is what is stronger. So you have to look at what? Al-Quwwa, Al-Qurb, and what? Al-Jiha. Al-Quwwa, Al-Qurb, and what? Al-Jiha. Which side is the person related to? Please let us just take note of this point. Because if you don't understand this, it will be difficult for you to share inheritance. So understand this aspect of what al-usuba very well. If you understand it very well, it will be easy for you. Once you are saying this person is not going to is prevented, it's not going to take. You understand the reason why what is being prevented. So now, a man dies and he leaves behind a father. Sorry, a man dies, he leaves behind a father and a son. He leaves behind a father and a son. Who is going to inherit? Both of them will inherit, because you have said there is nothing that can push the father away. So what is the father going to inherit? 1/6. What is the son going to take? The leftover. Why is the father not qualified to take the leftover? Because because of what? The jihad, the side with which he is related to the. So al-bunuwa muqaddamatun ala al-ubuwa. Is that clear? A man dies, he leaves behind a father and a brother. A man dies, he leaves behind a father and a full brother. So the father will say 1/6 and the left, or you say what? He takes everything. So as for the full brother, is what is prevented. Yes, he has what? This thing to inherit, to take everything. But there is somebody that is what? That is asked back. Somebody that is in front of him, that is more connected to the deceased than. I hope it is clear. So this will solve a lot of things. So this issue of asaba, and the issue of what al-hajj is something that one has to practice very well, and with this, it will be easy for one to talk about this. So the author says here, وَمِيرَاثُ الْوَلَدِ. Okay, the inheritance of the walad al-dhakar, male son, is jami'ul mal, all the wealth. In kana wahdahu, if he's alone, or ya'khudh ma baki, or he takes what is left, ba'da sihami man ma'ahu min zawja, after the shares of those who are with him, such as the wife, the two parents, the grandfather and the grandmother. I hope this is clear. So let's stop here. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Now someone is asking, this verse, وَإِنْ كَانَتْ وَاحِدَةٌ فَلَهَا نِصْفٌ. What if it is male child? What will he inherit, and what are the circumstances behind this verse? And secondly, is it in the presence of both parents or not?
Alhamdulillah, we are still coming to the inheritance of the female child, but it's clear from the verse, وَإِنْ كَانَتْ وَاحِدَةً, if she is one. If she's what? She's one. Fala anis, she's going to take half of what? The bequest of the deceased. Is that clear? So for the male, I think this has been discussed. But when we have a male and a female child, we said what? لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ هَذِهِ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ. The male is going to take what? Twice of what the female takes. So this is clear. And last week we talked about that in many cases, the males will be taking twice of what the female takes. Just like the case of the father, the mother. The father, the mother. So the case of the brother and the sister. So all these, they are evidences. So except in the case of the maternal brothers and the maternal sisters. So in this case, Allah says what? فَهُمْ شُرَكَاء فِي الثُّلُثِ. They are going to share the 1/3 equally. So if they ask you, what are the instances when a male and a female, what we have equal share? We say in the case of what? Maternal brothers and sisters. Allah says, فَهُمْ شُرَكَاء فِي الثُّلُثِ. So the thuluth that they inherit, they are going to share it equally. But in most cases, the male will take more than the female, twice of what the female takes. So what is the reason for doing that? One is a law of Allah. That is the first thing. Now when we try to rationalize why, there is no harm. But what should be registered at the back of your mind is this is a law of Allah. And you as a Muslim, you have to submit. But for those who want to convince the non-Muslims, the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said this, you have to be careful in knowing what you want to present to them. Because if you present what is easily what debatable to them, so you have what defeated what is in the Quran. And what is the Quran is what is haq. So but scholars will say so many reasons. The way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done it is that the responsibility of the house is upon what? Upon the man. So the man is supposed to pay what? Mahar. Woman doesn't pay mahar. Even if somebody mistakenly kills people or kill a person and they want to pay diya, the diya does not affect the family of the killer. The one who has the one who has done the manslaughter. The family will be the one to assist him out. The women are not included. The women are not included. So many responsibilities are not placed on the women. So if they take the money, what are they going to do with the money? Ordinarily, they are supposed to be taken care of. So this is some of the reasons that the scholars have put forward. But it is enough to say what? This is a law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One madman was talking about, he said it's because the women are not working then. Now women are working. So they should what? They should have equal share. That we have to review this law. Because it's what is afraid to what to present this to the West. So Allah Alam.
Okay. What is today's date? And how do we deal with Tas'a? Okay, Tas'a and Ashura, which falls on Friday and Saturday, respectively. But I don't know which one is going. Ustadh going to choose out of the two questions. There's one more question about the call of time. What can we do in a situation in Yoruba culture where the father will not inherit the property of the son? I don't know. Ustadh can take two questions.
Well, this if the father does not want to inherit from the bequest of his son because of what the people will say, that means is not sincere. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him. But if he wants to what? He wants to go leave it for other people, there is no harm. So there is no harm. This is what tanazul. Tanazul. That is, he leaves his own share. So there is a difference between somebody willingly leaves it and somebody is what is forced to leave it, or somebody leaves it because of what people will say. There is a difference between the two. So if he does tanazul of his own haq, there is nothing wrong with that. So meaning will be counted out of it. Will be counted out of it. And if he wants to give it to a particular person from among the heirs, no harm. And if he wants to what, maybe take some things, maybe you want to settle with them, maybe by taking something, if they agree to that, there is what is called takharuj in the science of mirath. That is, somebody takes something and he says what, maybe so and so should be given to so and so. There is nothing wrong with this. But for somebody to shy away from it because of what people will say, this is not piety. Is an act of sinfulness. Wallahu alam. Now, as for How are we going to relate with Friday, Saturday? I think it is simple. What the Prophet ﷺ said is what? La yasumanna ahadukum yawm al-jum'a illa yawman qabla yawman ba'da. None of you should fast on Friday except a day before or a day what? After. And the day after is what? Saturday. Meaning you can fast on Saturday. What are we going to do with the hadith that you shouldn't fast on Saturday? Huh? إلا فيما افترض عليكم, except what is made compulsory on you. وإن لم يجد أحدكم إلا لحاء إنبا فليمضغه. If one of you cannot find except لحاء إنب أو عود شجرة فليمضغه, you should what? You should bite it. This hadith can be understood that you should not single it out for fasting. Just as we have the hadith asking you not to single out Friday, there's another hadith asking you not to single out what? Saturday. But somebody may say, but the hadith specifically mentioned what? Saturday. He didn't add what? He didn't add what? A day on, a day after, or a day before. We say what? There is a hadith that says what? A day after. And that a day after is what? Is Saturday. That means you try to what? Reconcile the hadith together. Rather than what? Throwing away the one that says you can fast on the following day of Friday and sticking to the one that says you must not fast on Saturday. So this is the way the scholars have understood it. This is the way the scholars have understood it. As for those who say you must not fast on Saturday, so this view is not the view of majority of the scholars. Particularly, this will not enable you to fast a lot of fast. 13, 14, 15, you'll not be able to fast it. So the day of Arafah, you'll not be able to fast it. The day of Ashura, as you have it now, you'll not be able to fast it. So you leave a lot of fast, not fasting because they fall on Saturday. And those fasts are also what? Encouraged. But because of the hadith, don't fast on Saturday except if it is compulsory on you. So you leave all these ones. And that's why the scholars, most of the scholars of the past and present, so they have tried to reconcile the two hadiths. Though some say that hadith of Saturday is mansukh. This is the opinion of Abu Dawood, one of the reporter of that hadith. Some say the hadith is what? Is da'if. So, and some try to reconcile the hadith. But if it is possible to reconcile a hadith, it is better rather than what saying you are going to throw away one and what make use of the other. So one can fast on Friday, which is the Taswa, and what on Saturday, which is the Ashura. Wallahu alam. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar.